Dun 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 dun. What's up, fuckers? Hello, ladies. How y'all doing today? So, today, today is going to be something a little different. So, last night, actually, here's the deal, right? So, I'm gonna take you on 2 walks today. First walk's just gonna be us talking about me. Second walk, it's gonna be very difficult. So, I'll get into that. I'll explain it when I get there. So, let's go on this first little walk, get some fresh air, all right? Man, I don't know if my closet all that fresh, but it's fresh enough. Here we go. So, come with a walk on me into my life last night. So I'm sitting back chilling. Sun's going down. Night's winding down. I'm like, all right, well, I can go chill. I can do some things. Go catch up on the news, what's going on in the world, see what's happening. And so I'm sitting there, sit down in my desk, my chair, my computer desk, and I start thinking, well, shit, I got to do something tomorrow. And I start panicking. And I'm like, man, I already dropped every single thing that I have. I already dropped all of my main life lessons, like the really big ones that really matter in the last upload. Like, there's not much more that I can say. Um, I mean, there's a lot that I can say, but so I'm sitting here freaking out, and I'm just like, man, I'm drawing a blank. I have no idea what the hell I want to do. It's like I know I wanted to do a couple of things, but I'm sitting here like, man, I don't have enough. I don't have enough to say, and then I work best under pressure. That's why I freestyle. That's why I don't write things. I do my best work when I'm under pressure. So I'm sitting there freaking out, and then all of a sudden, it just hits me. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these people for a walk in somebody else's shoes. I'm going to try to pick a subject that I'm not familiar with, I don't relate to, I don't know anything about, but I can understand. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be difficult because I don't relate. I don't know, but I believe I understand the situation. I've heard a lot of people talk about this situation, and they're always from one side or the other. And what I would really like to do, this is unscripted. I got a couple ideas. I know the beginning and I know the end. But I want to chronologically take a walk in somebody else's shoes. And I want to present that to you to try to get you to think about things. I am specifically taking on a subject. So to finish last night, while I'm freaking out, I finally figure that out. I settle myself down. I'm sitting there pacing, like, God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then it hits me. And then I like have an idea, but my mind's still racing a bit because now I know what I need to do, but I want to stop the floodgates. I want to close the floodgates so that everything, like I don't want this to be scripted because I want to feel it as I walk through it. A lot of times when I was doing music, the thing that would mess me up in the booth is that while I was saying a line, I was critiquing it in my head and figuring out other ways to say it. And then the next line would be lost because I'd be too stuck on how I can fix what I just said. So, like, my mind works really fast. And I appreciate that. That's a gift, and I'm absolutely thankful for that. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I might have to do some double bags. I might have to do a little mental gymnastics to try to get around this. But I'm gonna try to keep it as as fluent as possible and to the point as possible. This actually might end up being a lot shorter because I don't want to go too far in depth. I want to give you a general understanding of what I understand. And because I've already thought about all of this stuff so much, I may skip over some things that are just instilled in me that I haven't really that I just know to be true or whatever you want to say, and it's just part of it to me, so I don't think about explaining it. So I'm trying to explain this as best I can. So what I would like to do now that we've finished with a little walk in my shoes last night. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't finish. So I sit down. I'm relaxed now, but I have a direction to go in, but I haven't figured everything out. So I start watching YouTube. Sorry, trying to catch up on things, and I'm watching this certain individual that's on YouTube, and you know, it's a live stream, so I'm just chilling, and then all of a sudden, the last 10 minutes of it are exactly what I just came to a conclusion of, and I'm like, you motherfucker, are you serious? And then they're like, oh, and this story is from a year ago, so this isn't even relevant. There's got to be some kind of wavelength happening right now. A lot of people thinking about certain things or something because I don't keep up. I am not connected to my devices. The screen is not my life. The box behind the screen is not my life. The screen is a window into a toolbox, and I use that box as a tool. So, like, I don't have any social media accounts. I don't get on social media. The only thing I know about Twitter is what other people say and comment on and talk about because I don't care what's on Twitter. It's not real life. It's noise, right? It's the loudest people trying to get attention. So I'm sorry, I've gone too far, and I need to get into this story because it may take a long time, but it might also be a minute long. I don't know, so bear with me. So we're gonna go on a walk in another person's shoes. So as a young man, when I was in grade school, I thought, you know, I don't necessarily like sports. Oh, I I don't want to do the things that my friends do. They're my friends, but we just don't relate. There's got to be something wrong with me, or maybe, something that's different about me than them because I just don't fit. It's like a square peg in a circle. And as I grew up and it came around to puberty, and my boys were around talking shit, being assholes, pulling down their pants, showing their new pubic hair, lifting their arms, showing the hair in their armpits. And I'm sitting there like, man, looking in my drawers, I don't have that. My boy comes up to me and he's like, man, I want to talk to that girl. I'm going to go get her phone number. And I'm like, man, well, I don't really like girls. Like, why do you want to get her phone number? I don't understand that. Like, and it's not like I was gonna actually say something to my boy or anything like that. Like, cause then that would just make me look like a fool, cause he wouldn't be able to understand my point. So, I'm like 12 years old, and I get on the internet. Everybody's got a phone. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm a 12-year-old boy. I don't like girls. I don't fit in. Please help me. And what Google gives me is a lot of information about certain adult lifestyles that fit exactly what I'm saying. Now, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, man, that makes sense. And then I go to this other media company that has a huge soapbox that has just reached to millions of people. And they're saying the same exact thing. And they're telling me that I should go in this specific direction. So I'm like, man, all right, that kind of makes sense. I don't necessarily feel, but I do understand. Like, I don't like myself. Like, there's some part of me that I hate, but I don't understand what it is. And like, I'm not like them. I don't like girls. I don't even have hair in the places I'm supposed to be having hair and shit. And everywhere that I look, asking these questions tells me that this is who I am. So then, as puberty does hit, the hair starts to grow, and I'm sitting there, and these hormones start hitting me, and I'm like, I want love. I want, I want a partner. I want someone to be there. I want to have a family, and you're like, well, I'm not like them. I'm like this. So these are the things that I need to do. Every celebrity that I look at is celebrating this. They're celebrating me wanting to change, wanting to be somebody else or something else. And they're saying that it's healthy, and they're saying that it's the best thing to do and that I should do it. So as I grow a little older, start to mature, get closer to adulthood, you know, depending on the country, 18. And I'm like, all right, I can finally make my own choice. I don't have to rely on my parents. This is something that I can do myself. I'm going to go get hormone treatment. Then, after a couple of years of being on hormones that weren't meant for my body, I go and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go all the way. And then I go into a doctor, have a consultation, and this is the type of thing that they do. So they know everything about it. And they asked me if I want to do it. And I'm like, yeah, I've known this since I was 12 years old that this is what I want to do. So they're like, great. Well, I understand that since you were a child, this is who you've been. So I'm not going to hold you up. I'm going to do exactly what you asked me to do. And they're caring for this young adult who's basically still a child. And they end up having a surgery that changes their body. And then a few years pass, and things aren't exactly what they expected. Things don't work the same physically and mentally. And they start to realize that what I wanted doesn't want me because I'm not who I said I am. And when I tell them who I am, they look disgusted, turn around, and walk away. I hate who I am. I always hated who I am. The only difference now is the fact that I've mutilated my body and literally cut off a part of me that never made me who I was. And now I want to be me, and I can't because I've done things that I will always have to be on certain medications and be physically dependent on and psychologically dependent on. And there's no way for me to go back from that. My question to you is, who are you in that story? Which shoes were you standing in? I love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Get some fresh air. Holla at you.